Let's see. Oh, immediately something stuck in the throat. Great start. I think, yeah. Cannot for the life of me tell you what happened with my PNG things. I just rebuilt them there. Now they work. Okay. Throw his hands up in defeat. A little pinchy. See how the stream goes. Things are taking a turn, but I'll figure it out. Let's see. Everything looks on. Green lights signifying value. Yeah, all right. So, last stream I powered through diplomacy and angry dragons. And actually got to Nidhogg and beat him. Thanks to Snooty coming in and making the queues go away. So now that's all sorted. And I finished catching Fry up on all of the latest developments. So now Nidhogg's gone, the spirit of Nidhogg's gone. Sarah Aymeric told us to throw the eyes into the chasm. So we did. And where do you want us to go? Oh, entrance. We just got back from defending the town. So we'll have wind down and then on to the next thing. Which should be Warriors of Darkness. But first this loser. Through the haze of pain I swore I sensed, but no, the past is done and we must look to the future. At long last Nidhogg is gone, his foul spirit cast out once and for all. I only pray that Estinian survives the ordeal. Battle with Nidhogg Shade will beget many an epic ballad, and at least one. And rightly so, it was without doubt one of your more epochal victories. Though I must admit that it took greater joy in seeing you emerge from the experience unscathed. Relatively. And not only for your own sake, had you not been there to aid me, those infernal eyes would still be fused to Estinian's mail. Even with Nidhogg gone, I can't help but wonder how much of our friend remains. We're gonna go check on him. Rare footage of Estinian not angry. Yeah. Turns out that holding a powerful magical artifact with the embodiment of bitterness and vengeance maybe makes you angry for a while. And, you know, not having it anymore suddenly pulls a great weight from your shoulder. Hi, Alisaie, how's it going? Honor, as if winning a race failed or our cause were not enough, you took it upon ourselves to rid us of his brood brother. I know not how to thank you. My own contribution was hardly noteworthy. I don't know who the boy is. The true saviors of the day were Viola and Estinian. One triumphed over Nidhogg Shade through strength of arms, and the other through strength of will. Speaking of Estinian, what's news of his recovery? Conveyed to the infirmary, where he now resides under the care of our hospitalier captain. I'm told he is yet to regain consciousness, but as you know, Estinian's mind and body were held hostage for many days. We must be patient and allow the process of healing to begin. Sir Aymeric is never long from Estinian's bedside and will send word the moment there is any developments. Yes, now we gotta go talk to our buddies. Yep, let's go to Fort Taunt. Ah, you have the Grinawat. Ah, we're getting there. Mr. Name Day himself. He's one of the good parts of. He's one of the few good parts of the Girabania leg. And then he goes over to Doma. In we go. No, in we go. Come on. Let's congratulate everybody. And everybody congratulate me. Ah, yes. Happy times. Look, Anawa, the armor on, so adorable.
The heroes of the hour return.
We but did our duty, my lord. It was the memories of fallen friends and not our heroism which saw us through at the last.
I gave every ounce of my strength, but mine efforts would have counted for naught had the Warrior of Light not arrived to challenge the Great Worm. As a sworn knight of Ishgard, I had hoped to do more for my city.
Well, we cannot all be heroes, dear brother. Let us put away our pride for a moment and revel in the valiant deeds of our comrade. For your sterling service to Ishgard, we salute you. And while we're on the subject of valiant deeds, I believe I myself have earned some small measure of recognition. Under my watchful command, the ballistas of the Outer Ward struck down a veritable swarm of Dravanian invaders.
My lord's command was certainly watchful. He bravely watched as the siege crews took aim, and continued to watch as countless wyverns met their end. Indeed, the ward's defenders proved so well drilled that my lord had little occasion to stop watching.
Got him.
There will be time enough to determine who is most deserving of recognition later.
I knew they would come
Our
after
friends
me.
are doubtless weary from their
Their
exertions.
devices, their depraved methods.
Well, greetings.
I've brought the children over.
I had half a mind to just cancel the stream and keep watching you play Animal Well. I'm just like, oh, nope, there's schedules to keep. Things must keep moving. I don't know what to tell you, man. My audio levels are mostly the same. I'll bop it up a little. I don't mess with this. Like, I'm looking at my OBS, and my audio right now is at a point where I'm not peaking, barely. So if I pick it any higher, it's going to start sounding bad. And the desktop audio is at a position where sounds of battle can be going, and I'm just barely loud enough to come over it.
Are you following the bar to determine whether or not you're being too loud or not?
Yes.
Like the visual bar. So that could be a bit misleading, I've found. You could potentially adjust that a little bit more. Not a whole lot more, but I've come to find that like my voice on OBS is like yellow-red area. And I've had gameplay which is in the yellow area, and I thought I was being drowned out. But then when I go watch the VOD, it's actually not that bad at all. The difference is negligible.
All right, well,
And it's actually fine. So you could attempt to adjust it a tiny bit.
I've adjusted it a tiny bit, and now I'm concerned because it's in the red. But if it's better, then it's better. If it's worse, let me know. Anyway, Dracula is talking about
I had chambers
Your
prepared in
recognitions.
expectation of your return. You are welcome to retire at your leisure.
I am most grateful for your hospitality, my lord, but I believe I shall pay a visit to the Temple Knight's Infirmary. Pray excuse me.
upsetty.
Our master Alphinaud has grown. The plight of his stricken brother-in-arms pains him more than his own hurts. In which respect he has come to resemble you, warrior of light. Go then, visit the Azure Dragoon, and grant him what comfort you may.
Ray of Light was just like, I want to go to sleep, but I guess I'll go over. My lord's irrepressible optimism were ever to fix upon something about which he had cause to be optimistic. I do not think of what he would achieve. What do you got to say? But the guiding hand of yours truly, House Halianartis' famous dragon killers wouldn't have killed half so many dragons. Sure. Yeah, sure. Yes, yes. Alright, off we go. Congregation of our Knights Most Heavenly. Sarah Aymeric, talking to you on the table. Sequester Alfino.
Sorry,
What?
I was muted. I was just saying that I was talking to Night Fiend. I was saying
Oh.
that my audio was fine, so maybe it is your end.
Thank you for checking, Vortel. Begged to sit Estini's side. I could not well refuse him. They would sooner faint than admitted the boy must be exhausted. Blah, blah, blah. Ah, finally getting the Alpine coat. A lot of applications. Ooh, it has 2 die channels. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. I need to do something really, really quick. No, you dancing. Hang on. Yes, die 1. What about die 2? It's the inside. More like a green. A little darker. A little lighter. A little greener. Alright, well, we are closer to the Edgar coat than we were before. Pro tip, use this as a machinist in your Edgar. Anyway. Didn't realize it had 2 die channels. It only had the one, so you couldn't, it's like you had to either pick green or you had to pick purple. You're just like, oh, it's not really how it works. Anyway. My own friendship with Estinian began some 10 years past. I learned his name soon enough, but Estinians barely registered my existence. I was less a fellow recruit and more shadow. And so I might have remained had fate not seen fit to intervene. While on a patrol, a company was set upon by a dragon, and we were the only 2 to survive. The experience forged a bond between us, as such life-threatening situations are wont to do. Despite our friendship, he remained an intense and solitary youth, wholly obsessed with claiming vengeance against Neathfolk. Revenge was ever at the forefront of his mind. Revenge for the death of his parents and revenge for his younger brother. I would venture that in Alfino he sees something of his lost sibling. And in the ungentle chidings of Estinian, Alfino has found the elder brother he never had. Truth be told, Estinian's tactless observations have saved me from disaster more than once, and I can well understand Alfino's affection for him. He's a friend for whom I would gladly be interrupted in the middle of the conversation. Oh, we gotta go to the infirmary. After we accept the quest. We going? Yeah, we're going. Several cutscenes will play in sequence. Ah! This is not going to be a big one.
Enjoy your several cutscenes will play in sequence, for I need to disappear.
Okie doke. Don't worry, he's fine. Just a momentary drama.
Cease your mewling, boy. It grates my ears.
Forgive me. When I saw you awaken, I could not... It was such a relief. We feared you might never wake up.
Now, Estinian.
If Master Alphino thought any less of you, you would still be Nidhogg's plaything. Or dead.
Aye, 'twas but a jest. I thank you, Alphino. And you too, Warrior of Light. Quite how you managed to persuade Hraesvogr to aid in his brood brother's downfall I cannot imagine. But full glad am I that you did. Yet again, you have achieved the impossible.
I, for my part, owe you an apology. When last we met, I did willingly loose an arrow at your heart. Can you forgive me?
There is naught to forgive, Aymeric. You but acted in defense of Ishgard as is your duty. Were you any less single-minded about it, I would not follow you into battle, nor trust you at my back.
He's so relaxed.
Besides, I had come to the selfsame conclusion, that I would have to perish for Nidhogg to be stopped. So let us dispense with the hand-wringing. I have heard enough mewling for one day.
Oh!
The tendrils of Nidhogg's foul presence bound up every fiber of my being, usurping my senses, but I yet retained some trace of awareness. The worm's mind was as a vast and tumultuous sea. Endlessly its black waters churned, his grief and despair at Ratatoska's murder never calming, never receding. Driven by this surging current came wave upon wave of unrelenting rancor. It was the very image of my own heart. There I saw the dark reflection of the hatred I felt after Nidhogg slew my family, when no path remained save vengeance against dragonkind. Neither one of us had a choice. But I was blessed with something Nidhogg was not. Comrades and teachers to console and admonish me.
The power of friendship, baby. Woo!
Had I not had them to gainsay my obsession, it would surely have consumed me as Nidhogg's did him, and we would have been in all respects alike. Though his shade is banished, his spirit scattered upon the sea of clouds, I feel no joy at his passing. Where once I craved vengeance, I now crave rest.
Sleep now.
Lord Commander, my hunt is at an end. I would lay down the mantle of Azure Dragoon.
My friend.
He has tired himself with too many words.
Oh man, he's got a name. Hospitality Captain Abel.
I doubt not that he will make a full recovery, but he must be allowed some few days of quiet.
What if he shows back up? I know this infirmary room shows back up. At least a layout.
I too must see my path to its end.
Following the battle with Nidhogg on the Steps of Faith, Sir Aymeric called an assembly that he might make his final proclamation as acting head of state. 'Twas there, with one decree, that the 1,000-year rule of the archbishops was ended, paving the way for a new republic. The governance of Ishgard would now be placed in the hands of high and lowborn alike, their ranks represented by the newly founded House of Lords and House of Commons. Church was separated from state. The foundation for change had been carefully laid, and the reforms proposed by Ishgard's new government passed into law without...
Ooh, we'll be doing delivery quests with him soon.
His duty done, Aymeric de Burrell gladly stepped down from the Archbishop's dais, only to be raised unto the highest seat in the House of Lords.
You know what they say, if you're going to leave one job, have a second one lined up.
Though he strove at first to refuse this honor, the unexpectedly strident voice of the Count de Durandare left him little choice but to accept.
You really love gray buildings. Yeah, dude, they are all in on Gothic architecture.
And so it was that the winds of gentle revolution came to stir.
A light clap.
Prominent among the many honored guests at Sir Aymeric's investiture were the ambassadors of Dragonkind, a fitting symbol of Ishgard's...
Oh no, his hair's clipping through his shirt. Oh no. We sort of have crowds. The guys in the back aren't moving, but little gold trimmed like pepper on a steak.
The people looked on in awe.
Yeah, they're working on it.
As he soared through the heavens on Dragonback. And by their cheers did they hail him an azure dragoon for a new age.
Traveler outfit 1. And thus begins the bro life. Oh, it's Midgard's armor.
Thus were the notes of the Dragonsong rewritten. The din of war, giving way to a rising litany of peace and hope.
Still a cool mount. I guess it was, strictly speaking, a series of cutscenes. It was long-ish. Oh, I mean, the Bloody Banquet, no one's ever going to touch that. They've tried. Dawn Trail, there's a couple that get that long. Nearly. Endwalker... Well, Endwalker's sort of just one long cutscene anyway. But it's interrupted with occasional combat. And messing with your brain. Look, it says Heaven's Word on the book. It's actually kind of a bold move, because this implies that he had the book made and then he was writing it out. Like, what if you screw up the spelling on a word near the very end? You have to get a new book? Like, actually, never mind. He's freaking the former Count de Forton. He's rolling in it. He didn't care. He has like 20 of those books. No, just the anxiety of it. That'd get to me. Couldn't handle it. Esternian has left his bloodied mail behind. What do you want about? It must be, no, the hell? Nah, it's dungeon. I think. More cutscenes. Are you gonna wine and dine me? Oh, not yet. Getting ahead of myself, sorry. Gazing out the sea of clouds in an all too rare moment of idleness, when I chanced to behold a certain hero wending her way towards the city on Dragonback. Welcome home. Nay, 'twas no great matter that moved me to greet you in person. Between you and me, I merely sought respite from the pressures of office. No sooner do I surrender my role as temporary head of state than I am burdened with a position of more permanent responsibility. The suffering of the rich and famous. I fancy that it echoes in some small measure the way you must feel when your improbable feats of heroism are rewarded with still more improbable challenges. The myth which guided our society for generations lies in tatters. Am I then to be scorned for building upon the system of nobility that I once sought to tear down? And what strange jest is this that places me at its pinnacle, an archbishop's bastard at the head of the House of Lords? Warrior of Light's trying to figure out what all the words in that sentence mean. There's more questions for me to answer. It is not in man's nature to change overnight. This I learned through painful experience, and it was this hard lesson which convinced me to take the path which we now follow. Even as we rebuild the bridge between man and dragon, so must we reimagine Ishgard. We must remember that it is not for us that we lay this groundwork, but for the men and women that our children will become. May their towers rise proudly from the foundation of firmament of our, like, whatever. I read too fast. Heard word from Captain Whitecape that Estinian has vanished from his sick room and his willfulness survives undiminished. Should you ever happen upon our unmannerly friend upon your travels, please assure him that I will keep Ishgard safe until he deigns to come home. Estinian has a lot of adventuring ahead of him. It's exciting. Greetings, Note. Back to Fort Taunt. We can probably walk it. We'll hoof it. Oh, Shadow Derpy. Hoof it. Leg it. Bop it. Twist it. A little bit of a longer walk than I was anticipating. It's fine. We sort of soak in the atmosphere. We're going to be... Well, we'll be done with Ishgard very shortly. I think. A few more cutscenes, and then I believe we will be dragged away to Gridania on some more pressing matter. Unless I'm completely remembering this out of order, which is very likely. Hello, bitches. Guard has chosen a new road, blah, blah, blah. Yes, Aymeric will be a good leader. As for us, there remains a small matter of ushering in a new dawn in the shadow of inscrutable Asian machinations and a seemingly endless procession of primals. But we too must walk our chosen path, no matter how treacherous to footing. Yes, aren't too fancy. Yeah, pile of stuff in my inventory. Here we go. Boop. In the wake of Ishgard's governmental reform, new airship routes have been sanctioned and may now travel to a selection of distant locales from the Langan and Ishgard. I think it's now a capital city, and you can travel to all the other capital cities. And the gold saucer. Fun fact, airships to gold saucer are free of charge. Hey, buddy. Look at that cardinal sin. Actually, cardinal virtue. Cardinal virtue? Yes, cardinal virtue. We're the sinners. We must be absolved of our sins. Bless his roundness. Oh, it's Elidibus. Yep. They're gonna rendezvous at the usual place. All proceeding is expected. All capital cities, you go to the gold saucer for free. That's how they get you. There's naught to concern us aside from one overly curious mouse. And Mancrit. Alisaie! Alisaie! Thank God. Come to rescue us from her twin brother. Yeah, she's so fresh. Finally, the cool twin. Yeah, she's so new. She's not even a red mage, and she just still has on the old ass outfit. Thus did grey mists give way to azure skies, man and dragon rise above, voices joined in song, but beneath the shrouded boughs, beyond the scope of light, shadow stirs. I didn't know how long I would have to read that, so I went kind of quick. Woo, got him. Floor the horde. Cheeky bugger. What do we got today? The Dragon Song. Unbeliever or Dragon Song? They really gave them a fill in little outfit. Savage. Wow, you only need to give 10 commendations to the heart of the party? I guess why it's so easy to get. Am I the Dragon Song or am I the Unbeliever? Unbeliever, I think, wins out, but I will hear petitions to the contrary. Still plenty of time. Nope. There we go. Oh, here we go. 10 to go on a dinner date. Mistress Chester, you're coming at a most excellent time. An invitation from a truly preeminent personage was delivered to the manor but a short while ago. Would that you have been present to receive it, but in any event. Sir Aymeric de Borel, Lord Speaker of the House of Lords, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and Viscount of House of Borel, cordially invites Mistress Chester to dine with him at his estate. Seems surprised. The messenger assured me that this lord had broached the subject with you at an earlier date when the arrangements for the peace conference were still being finalized. Of course, the intervening moons afforded little opportunity for leisure, but the happy advent of peace has plain the Lord Commander sees no further cause to delay. What say you? Well, if we're honest here, the Warrior of Light wants them boys, so I would be glad to accept. This is a not an asshole choice. Because the true choice is to say yes. Also, I know what to wear. It's that outfit, which is awesome. And dude, who would not? You will forgive me if I seem envious. Ahem. To send word of your acceptance to the Burrell Manor at once. When you are ready, play report to the Astrologicum. They will have someone escort you the rest of the way. Get it. Where the hell do they want us to go? All the way over there? Ah, we're Aetheriding. Sorry, buddy. I did my ceremonial walk. Father Flo. Who's a... That doesn't matter. This way, yes. And it's a little bit down the hill, and then there's a manservant standing outside. Something like that. House Burrell Steward. And this is Aymeric's digs. Not a bad chunk. Oh man, they got one of them bridges. Called the Fatal Frame 2 Bridge. Greetings and well met. I have the honor and privilege to serve as the head steward of House Burrell, though admittedly our staff is somewhat smaller than those of other noble families, being countable on one hand. My lord, we overjoyed to hear that you accepted the invitation. As you'll soon see, we have spared no expense. I dare say a woman of action such as yourself enjoys nary a moment's respite. Aye, the battlefield beckons even now, I am sure, but for this day we bid you lay down your burdens and raise a glass to peace and prosperity. Going to buy some ironworks gear for eventual Red Mage job quest with that full stack of poetics? Probably? Candlelight dinner. How romantic! Got a blue version of that vest. He dyed it already. He took that quest reward. He's just like, blue's my color, buddy. Suits him well.
To think the Moogles would prove such harsh taskmasters. Forgive me. I did not know you had suffered so in your quest for the horn.
You had to do all the little gopher quests for them. Nice callback. So I like this subtext of the Warrior of Light actually being an exceptional storyteller, because the sheer number of times that you recount things and describe things in great detail.
I must say, your spirited accounts always come as a welcome change from the arid reports which fill my days.
And also, like, the Warrior of Light will have like a 10-minute freaking echo cutscene and has to describe everything down to the last detail for everybody. So sort of an unsung bard, unless you are a bard, in which case you're just singing. Yeah, wine, we're getting it. Oh, no, we're not getting it. Keep your head straight for the moment ahead. I get it. Warrior of Light's playing the long game. Man, that manser has to slowly walk the entire table to go talk to him. You get your steps in. Yeah. I do enjoy the bard quests are fun because
Though I have lived in these lands my entire life, to hear you speak of them, there is much and more I have yet to see. Truly, yours was a marvelous journey.
The bard quest line is pretty fun. I do enjoy that the trainer, everybody goes to the trainer just like, teach me how to do bard stuff and shoot things. He's just like, nah, I just want to sing. So you go to them and you're like, let's sing. And the bard quest is just like, let me teach you how to shoot stuff. It's like, yes, you know how to do it. I would love to see the manservant do a butt slide across the table, by the way. Why not join me on the next? Asshole response, because you know you can't.
Well, truth be told, when I think back on the sweeping vistas of the churning mists, I do feel some slight pangs of wanderlust. Alas, much as I would like to accept your invitation, I fear my present duties with the House of Lords demand my undivided attention. Someday, perhaps. By your deeds, you have helped us to lay the foundation for lasting reform. The formation of the Republic is but the beginning. For it is not only our system of governance which must needs change.
Must needs.
We, the people, must learn to let go of our hatreds and rise above our bloody past. I only pray that I live long enough to see us achieve some measure of success, that I might know the lost did not die in vain. I can still see you there on the steps of faith, striding fearlessly towards the worm. If you could do that, who are we to balk at the challenges ahead? The question of how best to strengthen ties with the other great nations of Eorzea has been debated at length in the Lords and Commons of late. As you may imagine, maintaining stability during this period of historic upheaval is our paramount concern. Nevertheless, we are greatly indebted to the Alliance for their support during the Grand Melee, and it would be remiss of us not to repay their faith in kind. Of course, we owe you the greatest debt of all, and it is my hope that in extending our support to you and the Scions, we might also express our gratitude to our neighbors, nay, our fellow Eorzeans, whom we pray you will continue to protect.
They're all helpless.
The Lords and Commons agree on very little, but not a soul in either house begrudges your order this offer of patronage. For all you have done and will do, we thank you.
Thank you. Killing my primals. Kill all the primals. To booze. Toast. Here's to D. Here's to me!
May I ask a personal question?
Always.
Now that the dust has settled, what will you do? Not as a scion, I mean, but what do you want for yourself?
I do enjoy this because they like cutting out of large narrative things, and they go to the Warrior of Light, just like, what do you want to do?
Lord Commander, pray forgive the interruption.
News from House Xelphatol.
An urgent message for the Warrior of Light. I was instructed to deliver it without delay. Master Thancred returned to the manor a short time ago, bearing an injured maiden. Master Leveilleur and Mistress Tataru are tending to her wounds, but they like not her chances. Respectfully, my lord, they have requested the Warrior of Light's immediate presence.
I don't have a healer level. God, what do you want?
You must go to them, my friend, and I shall go with you.
The state is now mobile.
For every ending marks a new beginning. From tragedy and sacrifice, we rise to greet a new dawn, as did she.
Warrior of Light looks up at the narrator.
Only to be drawn unto another battlefield, another cause, as if by fate.
In we go. More cutscenes. We're at that point, guys.
Yes.
Is that
Alisaie, Alphinaud's twin sister? She ran afoul of the Warriors of Darkness. I had been tracking them since the ceremony at Falcon's Nest. Little did I know I was not the only one.
You forgot he had a twin. To be fair, so up until this point, Alfino and Alisaie come in with us in A Realm Reborn. They come with us off the chocobo cart, and they're both they're cheeky, preppy kids. And Alfino wants to go right into the politics of Eorzea, and Alisaie is just like, "F this, I'm out," and she leaves. If you do an MSQ, you only hear about her, but you don't actually see her again until now. If you do Coils of Bahamut, then you find out what she's been up to, and then get a hint of what she'll be doing for a little while. But it's her who arranges for us to get rescued from the Bloody Banquet at the end, and that's the last we hear of it until now. And this is now us figuring out what the hell the cooler twin was up to. The Red Alfino, as they say.
Evidently, she had learned of their activities and attempted to shadow them on her own. Poorly. I rescued her in the Twelveswood, and together we fled north. But though I made every effort to cover our tracks, they caught up with us on the Ishgardian border. And in the ensuing struggle, Alisaie took an arrow to the shoulder. It was only after we had made good our escape that I realized it was poisoned.
Thank you for coming so quickly. And you, Sir Aymeric.
Think nothing of it. How is she?
We have done all we can for now. Although the immediate danger has passed, the poison yet lingers in her blood. We came to Eorzea together, hoping to bring salvation to the realm our grandfather gave his life to protect. But when confronted with the bitter realities of its politics and its petty powermongers, she was driven to anger and to doubt. She refused to become embroiled in what she termed Eorzea's squabbles and distance herself from the Scions. Though she remained hopeful of a brighter future, she would walk her own path. Would that it had not been so perilous. For all our differences, she's as dedicated as any Scion to the salvation of Eorzea. But more than that, she is my sister. To be reunited with her, only to lose her forever. Gods, even to speak the words.
Take heart, Master Alfino. She will be attended by our most skilled chirurgeons.
Keep saying the word. I feel like an asshole, because I'm like, no one's ever said the word chirurgeon. It's just like the 6th time in Heavensward they said it. Really flew up my ears.
Bear Mistress Leveilleur to the infirmary at once. Apprise Captain Whitecape of the situation, and inform him that she is to be treated as my personal charge.
Wait, don't go. Please, come closer.
Somehow everybody knew they were talking to the Warrior of Light.
The Warriors of Darkness are in league with the Ascients. Slaughtering the Primals is but the first step in their plan. They make for Xelphatol to bring about Garuda's summoning and to kill her. You must stop them.
I shall inform the others at once.
Master Thancred, I would ask that you accompany Mistress Leveilleur to the infirmary. Your knowledge of her injuries may well prove useful in determining her treatment.
Of course.
People would say. Well, the fates afforded this time to share our long-delayed drink. To it seem the rest of my wine cellar will have to wait. Sorry, I gotta call the date off, Aymeric. Well, I'll make it up later. Alright. Trust in why came the Kyurgens. Did they not bring a Stydian back for the raid break? I'm uncomfortably reminded of how he mocked me for praying at his bedside. What say you? Shall we turn our attention to a matter whose conclusion we have yet the power of the influence? Let's get some money. Yeah. The Warriors of Darkness and the Ascians are conspiring to bring about Gruda's summoning that they might put her to the sword. Then when we first encountered them in Lost Nath when they were confronting Ravana. Gods, has this been their aim all along? And much more I don't understand, but I know this. A primal summoning cannot be ignored. Alisaie risked her life to uncover this plot, and we squander her gift at our peril. Viola, will you accompany to Xelphatol? Yeah, let's do a dungeon. A fungeon. Shares a board with the Xelphatol homeland. We have a vested interest in the outcome of this ritual. We've been willing to suffer the beastman's intrusion into Carthan lands to a point, but the summoning of a primal is an escalation we cannot abide. We shall have our fastest airship. The mountains of Xelphatol are not easily traversed, and this endeavor demands all haste. The only conceivable approach is by land. I believe it would be wiser to cross into Xelphatol by way of the mountain pass east of Cramped Dragonhead. In that case, I shall send instructions for a contingent of the camp's knights to be placed at your disposal that will secure you safe passes. Yep, off we go. Share with you the additional information. May Fury watch over you and keep you safe. We're off to Camp Dragonhead. Da 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 da. Not that one. Up it up it up. This way. It's Alphinaud. Nope, no. The way is open to us. Oh. Oh, stuck on the door. That's fine. Off we go on our Grand Company Chocobo to the dungeon entrance. Ooh, I can kill them for... Wait, who? What log is that? Oh, it's probably the Grand Company log. Oh, what the hell? Yep. Fear Caller? Oh, what is it? I don't know who the hell wants me to kill this guy, but he's got a thing over his head. Oh no, it's right there. Yep, it's Twin Adder one. We're not doing it. Ooh, it's an earnest house for Taunt Knight. And a dowdy one. What's a dowdy one got to say? Nothing. How about you? Eager Beaver, we like it. This one's steadfast. He's steadfast, so he's the quest guy. It makes sense. Gate is ours. Be advised that our scouts are reporting increased activity around the first mountain. They're up to something. Off to Xelphatol. There it is. Oh, yep. Those two right there. Ah, and then she's the second DPS if you run healer. Yeah, that tracks. Oh no, they're on the bridge. Still not feeling like people today. Well, randos anyway. That's a rock. Get him. Get him. Didn't go the way I wanted it to, but it's fine. We're still 60, so we don't have the AoE. Extremely awkward. Get him. Get him. Get him. There it is. Off we go. Oh, dude, feast upon the sub. Be a little while before we get to Baelsar's wall. Come on. Ah, I could have stunned him. It's fine. Yeah. Do I not have? Where's my kick? There it is. That button. I guess that makes sense to put it there. I don't know where else to put it on a controller. Do I want to move it? No. Get him. Get him. Yeah. It might actually be Saturday, like near the end. Gain on 3. Oh, there's like 5 of them getting in that. All these gains. New path appears. Gotta bop him. Yeah, get him. Get him. Can't just cast kinky like crazy. Barely get any at 60. Ah, off you go. Oh, the quadruple uppercut, undeniable. I feel like this got streamlined a little with the trust, but I forgot what else it did, so I think maybe it's been a while since I've done it in the olden days. His tactics were unique to say the least. Don't be rude, Alfie. No, he's dead. Ah, damn it. Fine, just get him. Completely stop paying attention. This is bad. Gabu, 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 gabu. Sneezing. Got him. Don't forget to say hi to the pigs when we walk by. Be a little while before we walk by the pigs. Just prime in you. Be prepared. Oh, now they all come out. Fine. Oh, cast in haste. Get him. He's got. He's been got. Ooh, Brave Wing. Idiots could have helped me build a hot air balloon. Target him. There it is. It's so hard. When do you pick up the bone key while I get the treasure coffer? No one picked up the bone key. Useless. Come on, this gate's imposing. More money. And all the jewelry. Watch him teleport in. Goodbye. Goodbye, Obsidian Carbuncle. Goodbye forever. Come on. Come on. Teleport in. Hang on. There it is. We don't know how to make him ride the lift. Just port him over. But it'll look stupid. Look, we got 2 minutes to do this. The OCP is going to look at this in 20 minutes. Yeah. Capping on tanking. Like, don't have the AoE one at 60. So brutal. Oh, he did. Pegs. Hello, Peg. Peggy, Peggy. Peggy. Peggy, Peggy, Peggy. Bet she thought I was gonna forget, didn't she? She was like, he forgot to say I had a pig, so I didn't. I didn't. This is a fun boss and a ridiculously large thing. Alright, just make sure my ass is near a barricade at all times. Doesn't move, does it? No. I just stay right here. Oh, this one. There we go. So used to running this as a tank. I have no idea where to stand as a DPS. Ah, I see what's going on here. I need a new barricade. I don't know if the pig drops in this dungeon. I don't think it does. Darius Shikiki finish. Very nice. One of the Galeborn. Ooh, I got a hat. Hang on a minute. How does it look? Beautiful! Swear to God. Time for the drive-by hot air balloons. Yeah. Come on, come on. It's an ash stone. Which we put in the Tailwind Relic. With one of the least safe methods of travel, but you strike a tool pose, so it's worth it. Alfino, you're a little close there, buddy. May be able to get that from Treasure Dungeons too. Might be where I got mine. Who's left? Oh, you. You're not left. Come on, get out of your drive-by balloon. There it comes. More airstone. Almost there. Almost to top floating structure. Get him. Get him. Yeah, get him. Man, you. Oh, Alfino's on top of it. Oh, you interrupt that. I'm gonna have to try to figure out how to do interrupts on a controller. Please don't do this to me. Please stop doing this to me. Cool guy. What do I got? I got nothing. What do you got? You got nothing. I do enjoy how in the trust they sort of like they leave a little space for you, just like stand here. And you're like, all right. And then Estola stands in your safe spot anyway. Estola, why? Oh shit. standing so far back for? Get in there. More violence is necessary. Oh, the reckoning comes, guys. Get it now. What kind of haste do I have on this gear? Oh, we're not gonna get it. We're not getting Limit Break 2. Sorry, bro. Goodbye, bro. Yeah. Anything cool to say? Nah, they're just hanging out. I get it. Good Temple Knights. Time for cutscene.
So they were unable to see the ritual to its completion. Then Garuda is no longer a threat, and whatever the Asians and the Warriors of Darkness were planning has come to naught. But we should not tarry. The Knights have secured our path to safety.
Well, well. What do we have here?
You'd better not have killed the Primal without us.
Getting out of hand. Now there's 6 of them.
You!
Wait, I know you. Still walking, I see. I could have sworn my aim was true.
It's a twin joke.
Just what is your game? Leading us the long way so these fools could step in and claim our prize?
No. Let's not make hasty accusations. By the look of things, the ritual was proceeding as planned. We arrived at the appointed hour. 'Twas they who erred.
It is hopeless. We cannot face them all.
Do mine ears deceive? A boy! So that's the way of it. Twins! You had me worried for a moment there. Know that I will happily make it quicker for you. If you just stand still.
The white man with white and black, that's how you know she's evil. Also a Lalafell. Also, like, in that permanent evil lisp.
Enough, Jarumal. We wouldn't want to upset the man in white with any unnecessary bloodshed now, would we? You've been awfully busy since we were kind enough to spare your lives.
Out.
While you were idly consorting with the Asians, you mean? 7 hells! What could you possibly hope to achieve?
Should I explain it to you? Very well. Consider it a reward of sorts for beating us here. You know the tale of Hydaelyn and Zodiac, I take it? Of the Great Sundering, and the reflections it created.
Bro read the wiki.
Across 10 and 3 they were divided. Reflections of the source, each possessed of shards of light and dark.
Just so. One of those reflections, the one nearest to the source, is our home. And we were the heroes blessed with her light. But not all worlds hold light and dark in equal measure. In ours, the power of light was greater by far. So the Ascians, who once threatened our home, were no match. And they fell before us, one after another, till none were left. Victory, we thought. And then came the light. A flood of pure, blinding radiance, annihilating shadow and color and life itself. Ere long, it will consume our world, leaving naught in its wake but blank perfection.
That cannot be. Do you honestly expect us to believe such a story?
So, what's interesting about him saying 10 and 3 is, one, yeah, he's being a little silly. When we went and talked to Minfilia in the Mother Crystal at the bottom of the Anti-Tower, Minfilia said to us 10 and 3 reflections. Which then meant that the Warrior of Light repeated 10 and 3 reflections. This goes back to my earlier discussion about how the Warrior of Light has the ability to regurgitate entire cutscenes for everybody around them. And then Alphino flips it around, because the Warrior of Light can't say 10 and 3, because the Warrior of Light can't be voiced, to narratively tie what Minfilia said to the current. But it's funny because Alphino says it, because that means that he held on to that stupid little aphorism that Minfilia said and thought it was worthwhile to say it in this conversation. So ultimately, yeah, just say 13 Alphino, but it's just the journey to get there is actually, I find silly as well. Anyway.
Believe what you like. But it has happened before, on a world far removed from ours. The 13th. Which was swallowed by the dark and transformed into what you call the Void. Unchallenged light would condemn us to a similar fate. And so we joined hands with our former enemies, and with their aid came here, to the source. For there is but one way to restore the balance and save our home. The Ardor. Calamitous destruction with the power to break down the barriers between planes and see our worlds rejoined.
Elidibus left out a few crucial details on that one, as per. Carry on, Emissary.
You would doom our world to save your own? What would even become of us? Of you?
Enough. I tire of talking. You know our cause. You know what is at stake. We are prepared to do whatever it takes. Are you?
Hello, Elf.
If there is aught you would say, say it. Otherwise, begone. You have no friends here.
And we're back. Oh, on my shoulder. Hello, my good Sarmer. Can you believe this bollocks about 13 reflections? He believes it. It must be true. Bigger Summer will not throw me away. All things considered, we should be grateful to have survived that encounter. And it can be true that to save their world, they must bring ruin to ours. No, it matters not. Such wanton destruction is beyond justification. Whatever their reasons, they must be stopped. The sacrifice, the loss, it ends here. This far, no farther. Alright. Knights can appraise Lord Edmond of their success, and we, the Lord Commander. More importantly, I would see if my sister's condition is improved. I gotta wait for everybody to walk away. Bye-bye, Fear Caller. Very lucky I care not for your kind. It's Typristine Eververse. That's a mouth. Are you here for... Yes, you are. Property. Alisaie. Alisaie. Continue to dress you while standing in the middle of the table. You can't stop me. We had dinner together. Yes, yes. For we who remain behind, Mistress Shistola has been tending to Mistress Alisaie in your absence, and I'm pleased to report that she has regained consciousness. Imagine you have many questions, especially given your recent encounter with the Warriors of Darkness. I know I do. Come, let's show her a room. Do not worry, your condition is much improved. She is a resilient one, much like her brother. Ah, she has on her sick clothes. You only wear the potato sack if you're not well.
Alisaie, how are you feeling?
Well enough, brother. Thanks to the kindness of our hosts. They told me you had departed for Xelphatol while I was still abed. I slept much better knowing that. Thank you.
I take it your mission was a success.
Talking about Xelphatol.
As if we needed any further confirmation that they are in league with the Ascians, but to save another world? I think not.
I too thought his story fanciful at first, but it is possible there may be a kernel of truth in all of this. At the very least, none of his claims contradict the word's account.
You were following these people, Alisaie. Why?
Why?
During my travels, I had oft enjoyed tales of the Scions and their exploits. But after a time, I began to hear whispers of a gifted and theretofore unknown band of adventurers. Adventurers who had supposedly sworn to travel the realm slaying primals in the Scion's stead.
The Warriors of Darkness. And in the course of investigating these rumors, you stumbled upon the Ascians' involvement.
Yes, exactly.
Forgive me, but if these Warriors of Darkness mean to bring about another calamity, to what end do they hunt primals?
To prompt an escalation. To deepen the beast tribe's feelings of helplessness and despair, and thereby drive them to summon ever more powerful gods. And lest we forget, these events do not occur in isolation. With their patron deities being slain left and right, the news of man's victory over Nidhogg must surely have sown panic in the minds of the Beastmen. 'Tis no wonder they wish to defend themselves.
Power answered with greater power, death with more death. A vicious cycle fueled by fear and hatred. I know it's like all too well.
Indeed. The Ascians sow discord and desperation, and the Warriors of Darkness reap the harvest. And so it continues. Yet that is not the extent of their ambitions. The Ascian himself observed that once the powerless realize that the old gods have failed them, they will have little recourse but to look to a new one.
God gives you lemons, find a new god.
It should come as no surprise, but Alisaie and I have uncovered evidence that the Ascians have been manipulating certain parties to ensure that a constant stream of crystals flows into the hands of the beast tribes.
Gasp.
If we sever these supply lines, we should at least be able to slow the escalation.
Agreed. Kral and I shall journey to Xelphatol and learn what we can of the Ixal's source.
Then I, for my part, pledge to lead a similar investigation into the origin of the Nath supply.
Sir Aymeric?
As a member of the Eorzean Alliance, Ishgard is honor-bound to play an active role in maintaining the security of the realm. You might also say that I have some personal motivation, given the Ascians' dealings with my father.
My Faja.
However, I make no secret of the fact that my knowledge of primal beings is scant at best. As such, I should be most grateful if one of your order were to assist me.
Are you having any requests?
Allow me, Sir Aymeric. I have dealt with the Nath before.
Sir Aymeric is slightly disappointed.
Let us consult with Orianja then. Given his dedication to the study of primal beings, I should be surprised if he could not tell us something of value.
Orianger. Whew. He's not going to want you saying that.
Allow me to accompany you, brother. And before you think to refuse, know that I am not the girl I once was. I shall not be a burden. You have my word.
And my sword.
But Alisaie, you... You are more than welcome. After all, it was you who set us upon this path.
It begins! The cowing of Alphino.
Wait a minute. I'm afraid I can't allow you to leave just yet. Not until you try on the new outfit I prepared for you.
Oh, did I arrive just as the best character showed up?
Yes! She's out of bed. About to get some drip.
I want to imagine a war where she was there throughout the majority of her Realm Reborn and not there for 5 minutes and then gone for until now.
So to be fair, when we do meet her, she does seem to have sort of a snobbish attitude, and she has all these manservants following her around. So we would have been part of the story arc where we wean her off of that, and we're already dealing with one insufferable little snot pile already. So we get to see her at Coils, where she's just at least trying to hold her crap together, and now we see her now, where we get the good stuff out the gate. That is my version of reality anyway.
I'm just glad she's here now.
Yes, I'm also glad she's here.
We're going even further up. We're about to crash down because it's Stormblood, but we're going up now. We're going up for a little bit, and we were already getting really high to begin with. We were already going up places. Things were going really well. We're going to go down a little bit, but that's okay. That's how a roller coaster works.
So, yeah, I think I was discussing this with Tatsu. Heavensward patch content is the best patch content in 14, bar none. Like we went.
Not in terms of gameplay, but in terms of lore, yes.
Lore, story content, having fun. And Endwalker made a pass at it and then fumbled it. Anyway, Stormblood has good stuff. Shadowbringers has good stuff, particularly if you have character investment. But anyway, yes, we have Alisaie back. But if you're right in assuming that you have not spoken with my sister since one of the memorial services, was it? By the 12, it seems a lifetime ago. I should think we have both grown since then. I'm guessing that if you had run Coils, this would have been a different line.
I actually don't know.
I would assume so. Because, wait, this is something else I was mentioning. Like, if you just did MSQ like I did and you didn't do anything else, when Alisaie says, this Eorzean politics sucks, I'm out, that was the last time you talked to her. She has influence on the story because she's the person who arranged for you to get rescued when you had to bail out of Ul'dah. But you don't see her again until now.
So, I'm going to log in as my Lalafell alt. I want to see where they are in the story, because I'm pretty sure we're in Heavensward at some point. And I almost want to test this as an experiment. I might need your help for it. But if my Lalafell is not beyond this point, then I want you to drag it through Coils, and I want to see if this line is actually different.
Alright.
But I need to see where she is, though. I know she's currently in the Christmas event location, and has not been moved. But I want to actually see if this line does change.
Do you want to leave the Christmas zone, though? Ah.
No, I can just queue. I
Oh,
suppose I would need to leave the Christmas zone, though, actually, yeah. I would actually have to leave physically.
fortunate. But
well, we can always use first person. It's not
yeah,
like he's
hey!
doing anything. Not like he's doing anything.
There you go.
Anyway, I'll stop rambling. I'll let you continue.
Anyway, I would bet that there would be some line since you haven't seen her since you dealt with Coils of Bahamut. Anyway. They like doing that in this game. Continuity. Hell yeah! She still's got a scholar book. She hasn't run into a well-dressed Makote yet. That's fine. Shall we be off? Taro never ceases to impress, though for a moment I feared she might furnish you with an identical outfit. Praise the 12s he did not. Mother and father were rather too fond of making us wear matching clothes. You remember that time in the studio where that girl of yours crept up behind me in the hall and whispered sweet nothings into your ear? Could we not have this conversation in front of the Warrior of Light? Alisaie didn't give a damn. Another time, perhaps. It is an honor. I realize we are barely acquainted, but having heard so much about you, it hardly feels that way. Ah, I've been meaning to ask about the carriage. Oh yes, the carriage that so fortuitous arrived to spirit us away from Ul'dah after the banquet. The driver informed me that I had my sister to thank for his presence in Ul'dah. How did you know to send help? Oh, drunken brass blades are even less discreet than sober ones. Unfortunately, by the time I learned of the plot, it was too late to do anything more. Frankly, I'm still amazed Bremont managed to find you. New garments aside, I must say you seem different, more resolute than when we last met. You have the look of a woman who's ready to fight for the future of Eorzea. To the extent of my abilities, perhaps, but I have no delusions of grandeur, nor will I pretend to have found myself or any such thing. I'm here today because I would regret it if I weren't, that is all. Alisaie already starting out strong.
Alright, so she's at the vault, so she's quite far away.
Ah.
I actually thought she was a lot farther than that, but never mind.
Oh shit. Oh shit, guys. We have to pray return to the Waking Sands. I get to use one of my 71 Vesper Pay Aetheryte tickets. Hell yes.
For a fact, there was a time during Realm Reborn I was like, you really aren't going to need those anymore. You can probably empty your inventory. But boy, was Vortail's face red.
God. Wait, what do you have to say? Oh, how to craft glamour prisms. Can I buy...
Yes.
Hang on.
If you mean, can you buy prisms from a vendor?
No, the Emperor's stuff.
Oh, the Emperor's new clothes is Mordona?
Thought it was here as well. Maybe you?
It may be here, actually. I don't know. They may have moved it. I do know back in the day you didn't get access to it until you got Mordona. Don't know if that's still the case, or if I've moved it elsewhere. I can actually Google that for you. I'm right here. I could actually look this up.
Because when the last time I looked into it, it was this guy here, Gabu. But if it is in Mordona,
oh no, Gabu does sell it.
Yeah.
Gabu does sell it, and so does Tataruga and Mordona. So they must have added that in at some point, and I was unaware of it.
I didn't know about Tataruga. I'm gonna go check that. I think to buy it from him, you need to be a crafter. Which is why he doesn't sell it. Hang on.
You may need to be a crafter for the other one then, potentially.
We're taking a detour. This has been bothering me for far too long. Yeah, I was thinking that I needed to be a crafter.
I believe she's in the middle of all these tents somewhere.
Oh, here you go. Yep. Yep, it's the same deal. You gotta have a crafter in order to do it.
Well, That explains why I did it, because I played this game back in the day like I do with like RuneScape, and that I was trying to get my crafters to go alongside my levels so that I had gear available, but then I realized it was such a pain in the ass, so I eventually ignored it. So I already had a crafter ready for this.
Yep.
So you're gonna have to market board that shit.
Why is there's no market board in Dragonsong?
Nope, Mardona has no market board.
Oh my god. Rowena doesn't want competition. That makes sense.
Yep. Lore-wise, it is a thing that makes sense.
Yeah.
But the other reason is that this would have actually became, back in the day, this would actually potentially became the main hub for most players if this had a market board.
Fair.
That's something they like to avoid, but I mean, Limsa is just extremely convenient, so it really wouldn't matter that much. People still use Limsa, even with all the new fucking areas that came out. It was also during the era where Ul'dah had no teleport to the market.
Yeah. How much are you? Oh, that's pretty cheap.
Is it? I thought the initial buy was like 500 or something.
Oh wait, actually, is it? Hang on. Universalis.
Let's see. Oh, sale price 74 gil from the shop itself.
Oh yeah, never mind. Okay.
I mean, do you want me to buy you a full set and like teleport over and give it to you?
Nah, I can just get it. I mean, you can if you
Right,
want.
do you want me to do that?
Do it myself.
What do you want? 'Cause I'm sitting in the game doing fuck all because that's all you do in 14. You bank stand, but you don't do anything while bank standing. Fuck it, I'm coming over. I'm back.
Okay. Okay, fine.
I just need to remember
Yeah,
how
actually,
to do
well,
that. Oh, I gotta log out and do it. Yeah.
And while I'm here, I will continue this detour. Where are you, bitch? There you are. Na-na-na. Yes. There. Now we will. Not this. Not this. This. Pray return to the Waking Sands again. Trick players into guarding the bank. It's why I still remember the name of Aldor Bank on Dalaran. Alright, time to talk.
By the by, I know you don't have access to the channel, but Raid Night will not be happening tonight.
Oh. Okay.
Julie is unfortunately very sick, so she will not be arriving.
Okay, thanks for letting me know. Turianger. Apologies for calling upon you unannounced. That the scholar had seen fit to grant me knowledge of thy coming. What bringeth thee and thine here this day? Warriors of darkness have returned. Pray allow us to explain. Urianger pretend to be surprised. I too have heard tales in recent days of primal beings rising up only to be cast down by forces unknown. Alas, as thou didst observe, this serveth but to spur the beast tribes to pursue their goals with redoubled fervor. We have two objectives at this time: to identify and remove the source of the beast tribe's crystals, and to take direct action to prevent any further summoning rituals. Second is easier said than done. While we were fortunate enough to learn of the XXX's plan before they came to fruition, I should be surprised if the Warriors of Darkness and the Ascians do not have similar designs elsewhere, of which we have no knowledge. Thou wert wise to come hither, for this day did I receive tidings most troubling from across the Strait of Merthor. Ogahormer stirreth, and there are whispers that the Lord of Crags neareth his return. Mere rumors, mark thou, but in light of thine own discoveries, Thou canst ill afford to turn a deaf ear to their claims. We must ascertain the truth of the matter for ourselves. Let's consult the Maelstrom forces. It's blah, blah, blah. Thank you for your counsel. Play informer should you learn aught else. I shall. Alisaie staring him down. If I may, brother Uriange, is there anything else you would like to say? Alisaie? If not, then never mind. I only ask because you are normally rather more verbose. Nothing to add? Very well. Ere we depart, I wish to make a request. The Warriors of Darkness spoke of how the Ardor had the power to break down the barriers between planes, that our worlds might be rejoined. I would ask that you research this for us. Being nowhere near as well read as you, I'm sure I wouldn't know where to begin. That said, I have heard tell of a promising tome, the Garen Oracles. Perhaps you could start there. Her bullshit detector is razor sharp even now. By thy leave. Camp Overlook, was it? Very well. Can you believe all this stuff? So speak anon. Prithee attend Master Alphino and Mistress Alisaie. Look at this pile of crap I have not picked up. As one age endeth and another doth arise, so do our struggles wax and wane. What wouldst thou ask of me? Oh. Normal crap. Oh, Radolf. You're just stuck here for all eternity because I won't accept your quest. Oh well. Outer Lanask.
If we don't accept their quest, they can't die. And the raid that happens at level 30.
I'm actually doing this for him, he doesn't realize. Well, look at you.
Well, look at you.
Well, look at me. It's me. And it's you. Nice. Very nice. Isn't that so stupid?
That entire quest line was great.
Oh, God.
I enjoyed it. Why couldn't Donchio's entire story have the same level of quality? Let's be real.
Let's see.
No, because it was too comedic, but still. There you go. You have the entire collection of everything you will ever need for any reason.
Thank you. I did want to get rid of these earrings. It's slowly gnawing at me. Thankfully, the rings are covered by the gloves. Aw, proper sun drop dance. Still a piece of me wants to get that. Do society quests on Viola so I could sun drop people, but
it's work. It's work you have to do every day.
See clouds, man. Why? Couldn't you bastards be anywhere else?
It really is like one of the worst zones in the game. Just for navigation, there's just no landmarks anywhere. It's a lump of shit.
Yeah, you're just like, oh wait, I have to fly 200 yalms up to get to this. My apologies. Ugh. The Vanu do have a fun quest line though. You could suffer.
They
the
do.
Quest. All the Heavensward ones are good. The Moogles are stupid. The Nath are fun. They're a bunch of little weirdo bugs. Vanu, it's 3 for 3. Thank you for the delivery, sir. I got a little bit longer. Do we fight Titan? I don't think we fight Titan. I think we interrupted.
No, it's an interruption, I believe.
Yeah. That's right. I'll have to appeal to the Maelstrom Command for reinforcements. Whatever it is, we don't want any. Fancy that. Just when my kobold problems look like coming to a head, the signs of the 7th Dawn turn up itching to pitch in. Pretty brilliant timing is what it is. Right then, let's get to it. Our friendly neighbors in Ugamaro have gotten much more aggressive of late, just as you said. Matter of fact, our scouts spotted one sniffing around the stores just now, likely looking to make off with an armful of crystals. We damn if I'm about to let that happen. Lend us a hand and help us search. Alisaie, how you doing? Spoke with the command. Yeah, I have. I'm getting him up to speed. Kobold in the camp. Is this how we get Bach all the way back? Huh. I appear to corroborate Urianji's information, but to be so reckless as to infiltrate our Maelstrom camp and draw attention to their efforts is passing strange. Well, there'll be time to think on this later. For the present, we must do everything in our power to prevent Titan summoning, and that means finding and questioning this kobold. Also, goddamn, Bach is the Elden Ring monkey. Dumbass. Oh, I'm in a fake.
I'm actually afraid to log in my Lalafell. Just in case I log in and then like a GM shows up wondering why the fuck I'm still in there. They may assume that I somehow glitched my way in.
Just say you've been in there since the event. Oh no, we failed the fate.
Oh, Flame, how did you fuck that up?
It's all my fault. I'm sorry, guys.
Dead.
God, no, it was a bunch of bombs. I just thought I could deal with it. Hello. Wait, let's hope that's no use. Oh man, he made a break for it. Oh, he physically can't be on top of this. Okay. Ooh. E rank. Gameplay. Oh yeah, here he is. Come on, go down. Go down. Come on, off the mount. How is this a thing? Why are you not getting off the mount? That was odd.
Huh.
On the one
I think that's technically an out-of-bounds zone. I don't remember him being in an out-of-bounds zone.
I found the one patch of ground that they won't let you land.
Yeah, maybe they forgot to update that.
Weird, it's near a quest though. Can't be the only person who's done this. Oh, there he is. Ah, he hid in plain sight. He knew I wouldn't look there. Stupid plan, but if I tell no one, then everyone will. Found me again. What to do? Come in peace, only to talk. Speak, say, talk. So please, please do not hurt me. No wonder the soldiers were on edge. He could very well give one a bruised knee. Savage. Like a sneaking into my camp, plotting to steal my crystals. Came to talk, to ask for help, but when your soldiers saw me, they drew their weapons and shouted. Now take a breath and discuss this like civilized individuals. Yeah, Gabu. This is where you get Gabu from. I'm Alfino, and this is my sister Alisaie. The woman you found you is our friend, and now that you know our names, we can be friends too. Commander Bloy didn't think you wanted to take his crystals, but you said you came to ask for help. Why to us and not to your own people? What happened? I was going to hurt you, not while we're here. Patriarch's going to summon the Great Father again, and you have to stop him. Gabu's parents said they didn't want it, along with many others, but the Patriarch won't listen. He was so angry. He said if they didn't have iron in their hearts, they would serve as coke for the furnace, and then the guards took my parents and the others away. I want to believe it, but I heard tales of foci fashioned from the bones of beastmen, which worshippers use in their rituals, hoping to summon more powerful incantations. That is sickening. No one listened to Gabu, no matter how much he cries. They do not listen, only talk about punishing the overdwellers and praising the Great Father. The Great Faja. Gabu loves the Great Father, but he loves his parents too. Try to kill some kobolds. Excuse me. Advisor. Advise the males from command that Titan summoning is imminent. Time being the essence, the three will attempt to infiltrate the kobold stronghold, secure their crystals, and free the prisoners. Tried talking to the others, but they wouldn't listen. You know what? Do you know there are collectors who will pay a fortune for Beastman ritual artifact? It is perverse. I have faith that we may yet stop the ritual. We would surely have detected the associated etheric disturbance. But I cannot speak for the prisoners. 12 have mercy that they would even contemplate sacrificing their own flesh and blood. Time is of the essence. We must see what else Gabu knows and formulate a plan. Heard Great Father Titan loves crystals. And if we gather enough, he will return. That's why the Patriarch told everyone to go forth and gather them. I was thinking, if we take all the crystals away, maybe the Great Father won't come. Very good. I was thinking the same thing. Do you know where the crystals are stored? Several spots. Gabu wanted to steal them, but he's afraid to go alone. Together we can take them away and hide them. Off we go. Oh, he got bonked. Hardly seem fair, then again, they only have themselves to blame. Stained guard for errant patrols. It's a cachet. Level 41, just like, I didn't see nothing. It's a Shadowkeeper day. I'm fine with this. Bless this Grand Company Chocobo. Hang on, what? Yeah. Now Alisaie's got the book out. Nice. If I didn't know any better, I'd say this crate was. Alfino's getting a sniff of it. Brother? Quite certain that crate once bore Isgardian seals. Someone took great pains to remove all traces, but enough remains to make out the pattern. See for yourself. Struggle to imagine kobolds traveling to Karthus to obtain crystals, much less bothering to conceal their origins. I suspect these crystals were smuggled into Vilbrand by another party, most likely a pawn of the Asians, as Thagrid speculated. I don't understand. Never you mind that. As Alisaie said, we do not have a lot of time. Next one is large and very large. Last and very large, whatever. '59th Order Pikmin BZ. Having a staring contest with Midgar Summer. Don't blink. He blunk. I win. I win. He buckled under the pressure. They were. No sight of the crystals, but I found a cutscene. Making a show of it. See, Gabu saw them. Think, brother, think. They must have moved them. Yes, the question is where to and why. Within Oklahoma, where they summoned Titan once more and mean to do so again. It's the only explanation. Yep, we're gonna go rescue the mom and the dad. You get to call for the remaining crates. Yes, if they had, then they would have found the other cases empty and sounded the alarum. Nevertheless, the time for the stealth has passed. We must breach the navel. Go into that navel, boy. I don't care if it's an 80 or an Audi. Yep. Have my crystal. A large quantity of crystals intended for Titan summoning. Marijuana has recalled there's an aetheryte within the Ugamababa mines to deliver to the navel. Gabu doubtless knows the way. Wait for me there. I shall rejoin you anon. Strange, I would have thought you eager to remain in the thick of the action, but if this is what you prefer, then Godspeed. Back to Shadowkeeper. Oh, right, you go round. None of these guys want a piece. Very understandable. Bonk. Good hiding seek spot, actually.
Don't give the game away.
Yeah. Is the aetheryte we seek? Right then. As soon as Alfino arrives, we go. I trust you're feeling suitably heroic. I got time. No further delays. Down your arms and surrender. We have your crystals. There'll be no summoning this day. Where are my parents? Where are they? Da-da. Bad news, kiddo. Monster, how could you? We are but servants of the Lord of Crags. We are his, that he may drink of our blood and partake of our flesh, that he might draw upon the strength of his children to defend them from the tyranny of the overdwellers. Not yet. Yeah, it's weird that a lot of the mount speed increases are ground mount when you just fly. But sometimes it's fun to run around. Understand your fear and your hate. You do anything to protect your people, anything to deliver them from despair, whether it's to ensure that those who threaten you can never do so again. But in your single-minded pursuit of this objective, you have brought suffering to your own kith and kin. You have sacrificed the lives of the very people you sought to protect. But it need not be this way. Renounce this bloody course. Cease your attempts to summon your god and work with us to build a lasting peace. Alpha note, you're about 2 expansions too early, but carry on. Another piece to be abandoned at the Overdweller's convenience. Oathbreakers, all of you. Liars, betrayers, oathbreakers. You take and you take and you take. When you've had your fill, you sue for peace. You promise that this time is the last, until you grow hungry again. And then when we dare to defend ourselves, you declare that this beast tribe cannot be suffered to live, that our god drains the land of ether and brings naught but suffering upon us all. I will hear no more lies from you and yours. You've ruined your own lands, you'll not ruin ours. Sad times for Gabu. You do fight Titan. Wake up. Wake me up inside. Seven hells. Alfie, no. I want your obsidian carbuncle. We must away. Breathing, I don't see any injuries, but I cannot seem to wake him. I did 12. How could I be so foolish? Should have known better than to let Gabu accompany us, given what we were like to find. Maybe. His anguish and despair must have served to birth a primal, just as surely as with the supplications of the faithful. Worse, being born of such tumultuous emotion, this incarnation of Titan seems incapable of naught but violence. If we have one cause for optimism, is that while many crystals were present, they represented but a fraction of the quantity intended for the summoning ritual, meaning that Titan must be far weaker than planned. Be as it is, he is yet a primal, and the longer we leave him to bleed the land of ether, the stronger he will grow. And should Titan be permitted to leave Ogamura, more lives will be lost. The Maelstrom will rally their troops, and the cycle will continue. You know what must be done. Finish the primal look twist and camp overlook. All right. Yep. So then we do fight. Then we do the fighting things.
Oh, I forgot you actually do fight them. That's twice they make you fight them in the MSQ.
You fight him again, but you fight him in hard mode. So like at this point, you're going back to doing a level 50 trial.
Oh wait, they don't make you fight hard modes anymore, do they? Outside of this one instance.
Yeah, I think this is one of the last. Well, this is the last time it's called hard mode, and then going. What?
So back in the OG days, I think it was 2.1. I can't even remember. One of the story quests were like you need to actually go sit down and fight Ifrit, Titan, and Garuda hard mode. You have to do all three of them to progress the story.
Yeah, there's a side quest. Yes, that's still a thing. You go talk to somebody in the Waking Sands, and they're like, you do little side quests, and so you fight everybody on hard mode. But yeah, normally you fight Garuda, Ifrit, and Titan in normal when you're running through the MSQ. So they're like, it's the four level adorable mini trial, and then you. I don't know at what point they stopped the MSQ and say you have to go do it, but I sort of just picked it up when it was available to me because I knew I would have to. So yeah, you just do, yeah.
So I'm just trying to remember what was removed and what wasn't removed. There was a point where you had to do more than half the guild hests in order to continue the MSQ.
You definitely don't have to do that. I have not done this.
You definitely don't have to do. Yeah, you don't have to do that anymore.
I don't have guild hests unlocked. That is definitely not a thing.
Yeah, I think they made you do up until the first, just the one just before the first 8-man one, and then you could continue the MSQ. It was kind of weird. I don't know why they made you do it. I guess it was to force players to actually help new players, but it didn't work very well.
Yeah, after Heavensward, they stopped calling them hard mode and they just give you the trials. And I don't think you have to go back and do old content during patch content anymore either. They just keep going forward, except for hard mode dungeons, but that's optional. It's not part of the main. It's not part of the main drag. All right. Well, this is good stuff. Good a place as any to call it. We will.
What are we calling it?
Calling it a day. Stream. Nicely done. Yeah. Next time, we'll deal with this. More Warriors of Darkness nonsense, and then from there it's the Griffin. I don't know if we'll be done with Heavensward patch content on Saturday, but if not, we'll be pretty close. So, thanks everybody for hanging out. Hope you had a good time. I will be back Saturday, more patch content. Probably will pivot to proper games. Actually, I don't know when. There's some stuff I'm still dealing with. I don't want to start anything new until I have some semblance of control over my life again. But anyway, I'll catch all of you later. Thanks for joining.